Hi there, lovely people. Good afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh, and happy weekend to all Bangladeshis because today is a Friday. In Bangladesh, we actually observe weekend in the Fridays. So I have a couple of videos for you. I'm just glad that the mic thing is working out. You can hear me better. So I have like two videos. One video I'm going to do here is like Invictus Line Talk. This idea came from my dear brother, Dr. Jafferi bhai. He lent me most of his bottles. I had a couple others. So I'm going to show you, I think, about 7 in the line. I hope that's all we have. As far as I know, there are not many more. And then I'm going to do a Thierry Mugler Angel fragrance after this. Okay, so let's start. So basically, as you can see, Invictus by Paco Rabanne is somewhat people comment, or I heard Steven said from Red Lessons channel, one of my favorite reviewers, hands down. He said, Invictus, basically I had a bottle, my very first bottle was Invictus, but the bottle went bad. I had a 50 ml, so the juice color changed, sort of became alcoholic, so I used it in a washroom as air fresheners, then I threw it away. So I have a miniature from Doctor. These are like the cute little 5 mls, I think. These ones are depth samples. So basically bigger bottle with Invictus, big grayish juice. That's what you get. They come in like this small 5 ml samples, and then I believe there's a 30, 50, 100 and 150 ml. As far as my memory serves, I could be wrong. Okay, this is what Invictus is. So many people say Invictus was sort of like an not afterthought. It's like a, can be called as a flanker or a lesser sweeter version of 1 million by Paco Rabanne. Okay, this was a top seller, you guys know, Paco Rabanne 1 million, and both these fragrances have a lot of haters and lovers at the same time. We'll discuss that in a bit. I don't want to rush the video. If it runs a little long, it's okay, but I reviewed all these fragrances from this line, Invictus line, including the original. Check out my review, I'll leave a link below. Also check out my Paco Rabanne fragrance reviews. I have covered a lot. So Paco Rabanne, many fragrances nowadays, people, there are two kind of people on Paco Rabanne. Some people absolutely hate Paco Rabanne. They feel this is the most synthetic, most juvenile, sweet, bubblegummy, and like, not atrocious, but people call this house like, it's like a not house which is naturally aspired or inspired. Okay, so this house basically is too loud, for youngsters. They make some synthetic fragrances. Yeah, that's one side, they say that, no comments. And then the other side, they say Paco Rabanne is their favorite house because they last long time, they are mass pleasing, affordable. And nowadays Paco Rabanne doesn't make fragrances like back in the time, like when Azaro and them used to make. They used to make like powerhouse fragrances. So now Invictus is a much newer fragrance for Paco Rabanne, even though this is released in 2000 something. But Invictus, basically, let me just tell you, start here. 1 million, when it came out, it was an instant success. Everybody loved it, and it had huge fan following, and also the projection longevity was beast mode for cold weathers, clubbing. This was a clubbing king. The gold bar, many people loved it, many people hated it. I have a massive 200 ml. This is my second bottle. The thing is, like, got this rose, amber, leather, a lot of sweet notes, blood orange. I don't remember everything, but this basically is a very sweet fragrance. Okay, let's just remind me. Yeah, it's just absolutely, every time I spray this, I haven't sprayed this quite a long time, but this basically still sells a lot. So that was too sweet. There's nothing salty or fresh about it. Some people like that blood orange, but it turned into very sweet fragrance. Okay, so hot weather time, they thought, Paco Rabanne thought, like, we make kind of like a lighter version or more salty aquatic version of 1 million. Is it possible? And they came up with Invictus. And as far as my memory serves, I think Steven told in this review, got this bay leaf note, got this aquatic oceanic note, salty note. So it does, Invictus does give away that vibe, but still pretty sweet, and it's very loud and very fruity. Kind of got this fresh, semi-fresh, semi-sweet kind of feel. Sold a lot as well. Many people who are not frag heads, like average people, average perfume users, they just buy one bottle, 150 ml of Invictus, and they use it every occasion: office, gym, sport, traveling, flying. Invictus was the go-to guy, and I remember I loved it. I was in the side of this one alongside CK Reveal, Dunhill's Icon. I gave them a lot of love. So this was one of my favorite fragrances. But nowadays I don't use Invictus anymore, and I'll tell you why. Invictus basically has inspired many other houses to come up with their own versions. Okay, you guys already know, and similar to Invictus, there are at least 20 to 50 fragrances in the market that I know of. Okay, in designer side. And this DNA became basically very popular. This one, Sauvage, Aventus, these are three most cloned DNA. So I reached for other fragrances. I got new fragrances. I use something unique. Okay, so Invictus I don't wear that much anymore, but it was one of my first crush. So Invictus, the first one. If you still are a fan of Invictus, you will definitely use that. I know nowadays. So after that, they thought, okay, Invictus is done. What can we do with this DNA since this is so popular? After 1 million, Invictus was a success, right? So what can we do? So they made even a better fragrance than Invictus. That was this one. And this is called Invictus Aqua, I think 2016 version. I think 16 or 15, I forgot, 16, yeah. Yes. And this frosted glass got huge hype. Thanks to Jeremy, big thanks to Jeremy, one thing. And second thing, the fragrance itself was very good. I can assure you, this is my third bottle. I finished one, sold off one bottle, then I missed it, then I got it back. I have a little bit juice left. This one, hands down, let me just spray this. Okay, this one, hands down, one of the best Invictus. If you ask me, I'll go along. I think I have 7. This is one of my favorite. This is my favorite for summer. Okay, but there's a problem with this perfume. Since it's discontinuation, this perfume, the bottle is very hard to find, and it went as much as $150. At that price point, no matter how nice, freshy smells, especially Invictus line, it's so nice. It has much more interesting notes than Invictus for me. It's more fresh, grapefruit. It's got this freezing, like a cooling sort of a lemony grapefruit vibe, and it's a lot more sporty, a lot more beast mode than original Invictus, and never got reformulated. So I really loved it. The sweetness and the freshness. It's like Invictus on steroids in fresher days, you know, summer days. And people compare it with Hawas, which I also have somewhere there. Yeah, I love them both. But comparing to this, Hawas is much more practical to buy nowadays because you get the exact same juice for 1/3 of the price. Okay, so the price tag is a problem. Apart from price tag, if this one you can have it like $70, I would say buy it. Okay, this is how good Invictus Aqua was. Beast mode activated. So this was one of my favorites. I would say top 3 definitely, or top 4. Okay, let's just say that. But summer, one of my favorites. Then to replace that, I don't know why you have to. I don't know if that one didn't sell or it was just a limited time release, so they discontinued. But on popular demand, they released this one. This is Doctor's bottle, just like the first one. Okay, you see some of his bottles. So this Invictus Aqua was not bad. Okay, I'll tell you, it's not bad, but it was not even comparable to the frosted glass, even though they're the same name. But this Aqua version, it's nice, you know, like, okay, it's nice. It's just a lot more watery and less musky, or less. Some people got some egg vibe from this. I did not get it, by the way, but this is less musky version of this one. This is more watery, in a sense that this is more transparent. Okay, so you get straight up the citrus as watery accords and the oceanic. It's more of a blue scent than the previous one. Okay, so this one has performance okay, but not as much as the previous version. Okay, this one was a beast mode steroid. This one you still got like 4 to 5 hours. That one would give you like 8 to 10. So there are differences, but people who are big fan of that one, they did not buy this well. So this one I think was a flop. Doesn't sell so much in Bangladesh. I had a bottle, I sold it off for a very cheap price tag. I don't know why. I sold it for $30 or so for a full bottle. That is ridiculous. But this trophy is one other thing. The most the big reason for people to hate this is that these bottles, you know, they find these bottles like very not cool. Okay, they don't like this. Many people do not like this kind of bottles that are like, you know, kitschy and stuff like that. So this kind of trophy kind of bottles doesn't work for grown-up men. You know, like some people are. I don't find this sophisticated. This one, it's not a nice bottle. You know, it's too childish. It's too funny, right? So for multiple reasons, this Invictus Aqua was not really a big hit. Despite not being a very bad fragrance, it's above average. Okay, so this one is not a must buy for me. That one you can call pass. Then some big names started, I think. Invictus Legend. My bottle is almost finished. I have to get a backup bottle. This, after Invictus Aqua, is a fragrance I really loved. I smelled it so much beautiful, lot more modern, lot more pungent, a sea accord, fruity accord, blue accord. This is a champion for summer. If you ask me between this and Invictus Aqua, this is for me a tie. Okay, but when you talk about the price and availability, it's no brainer. I would say go for Invictus Legend. This is the legendary perfume, one of my top 3 or top 4. This is one of the must buy if you really want to buy. If you want to buy one for summer, this is a good contender. Performance, no issue. There's very little weakness in this. The dry down, it smells a little bit like Invictus, yes, but it has a lot of power. Okay, really beast mode activated. You can also wear this in cooler days. Invictus Legend is one of my favorites. So far we have out of 4, 2 winners at this current moment for me. The Invictus Aqua, the frosted one, and the Legend. So we have 3 more. Let's go with another champ. This is Invictus Intense. This is the underrated one in this line. This perfume did not get so much talk since its release. It's literally like a fragrance, you know, like it's there in the lineup, but people don't talk about it, or they do not know of it because it was not so much hyped. This, hands down, you know, right now in this lineup, winter months, colder weathers, if you want a performer, first of all, 10 out of 10 performance, okay? Great longevity, great projection. This fragrance itself has every single note covered that are popular in a perfume nowadays. I think it got tobacco, it got spices, it got, I don't know, booze, leather perhaps a little bit, a lot of sweetness, tonka. It's loaded. It's like literally on steroids, okay? And the fragrance a little bit more mature. It definitely gets the mature crowd attracted. This is a more mature version. We have one more, but perhaps this is the most mature in the whole Invictus line, most sophisticated. You can say this is the dark brother of Invictus. A lot of darkness added, and the sweetness is really like, think of Invictus with CH Man Privé or Salvatore Ferragamo Vumo Signature. You mix all that, that's what you get. You get a little bit of sweetness, chocolate, dark chocolate vibe. This amazing fragrance. This is also 10 out of 10. Definitely one of my favorites in Invictus line. So 3 already winner. Next one is not so much of a winner. This is the Invictus Onyx. This one came out as a pair. Invictus has also Olympia as a pair for women. This one also came out with Olympia. I think this is what is called Invictus Onyx, right? So they also have an Onyx version. That one is good. Women's one, Olympia. This one is very close to original Invictus, and there was a little bit of hype going on. I think Jeremy said this one, it smells very close to the Invictus Aqua vintage version, which I found no. This is very close to original Invictus, but with better lasting power, perhaps nicer packaging. Bottle is really cool. I really like this packaging, but this one for me was redundant. If you already have Invictus or Invictus Aqua, you don't need this one. So not much talk on that. That one for me is a pass. Last one is a fragrance, like those bottles were my friend's bottle, but this one he gave me 100 ml, but I recently bought a 200 ml, so I'm going to show you. This is how Champions Trophy looks like. This is a 200 ml massive bottle. I saw Ashton reviewing this from this big bottle, and his review actually sort of made me rethink. I did not like this fragrance at first. I'll just tell you, due to few reasons. I already had Pure Access by Paco Rabanne, Pure Access Night, and some people compare this with X, Dark Temptation. So when you think of those, it always feels like a little bit of redundancy, you know, like if you already have those, you don't need that. And that's what I said in my review. But you know, not every single fragrance is exactly same. I tried this in a shop and I was like, okay, on the paper it still smells like Pure Access a lot. Something in the line with also Eros, a lot of this modern. Someone said already in my group that this is a hybrid of a lot of these modern sweet perfumes. But then I tried on my skin. Always try a fragrance on your skin and then judge it, because on the paper, on the clothing, or on air, in air, or someone else, fragrances do not smell 100%. Okay, reason being, your skin is where you're going to wear your fragrance most of the time, and if your skin chemistry works, then you should say yes or no. Okay, that's where you decide. This fragrance on my skin smelled amazing. And another thing is, when you talk about performance, this is a performance beast. So they made a very obvious fragrance, nothing new. Mind you that this is not a brand new fragrance that, oh, you never smelled it before. But the way where it stands apart from Pure Access Night is that it's a little bit more fizzy. I told you this is a little bit more lemony, citrusy. There's a little bit of fizziness going on. Like think of a 7-Up inspired Invictus with a lot of tonka bean, a lot of lavender, and all the ingredients in this fragrance used correctly. So when you wear it, it just hangs on like for a very long time. Excellent performer, one thing. Second thing is the bottle. I think this is the most awesome looking bottle in the line with the V. It looks, you cannot tell me that you don't like it. This 200 ml looks really slick. It looks like a vampire for V or V for vampire. I like this bottle. I love this perfume. I just love wearing this a lot. I like the sprayers, built-in atomizer is really good. If you ask me, 200 ml is the best value, and it smells chocolatey. Okay, it smells fizzy, a little bit of orangey chocolate. Reminds me of back in the days Black Excess kind of fragrances. Okay, so overall, this is one of my most favorites. If you ask me to rank all these Invictus, okay, I'll just go without sentiments. I'll just go purely practical. Number 1, 2, 3. Okay, honorable mention has to be this one, Invictus Aqua 2016. But at this price point, I would not recommend this for you to get it. Unless money is not an issue, you can go buy it. Okay, so the top 3 are, it's very obvious. Number 3, I would say, number 3, I already haven't made up my mind yet, so I'm having difficult time. So okay, number 3, let me just think. Okay, number 3, I would say Invictus Intense. Okay, Invictus Intense is gray goose, not gray goose, it's like gray horse, you know, like, not, is it called greyhound, what is it called, the dark horse. Yes, this one is very strong, not for everybody, and it's a little bit more mature. The whiskey note in this, it's just yummy, and it's just less versatile because you can wear this in summertime. So this is number 3. Number 2, I would keep it Victory. Okay, V. As you understood, I explained why I like it nowadays, and it's common. Okay, it's a normal everyday man scent, but I like that. You know, I can wear this everywhere, more wearable. Summertime also you can wear it, but better in cooler weather. Okay, excellent performer, number 2. And obviously number 1 is gonna be Invictus Legend. This one is the beast. I love blue fragrances, so this one becomes my number 1. So that's my Invictus line talk. Thank you so much, Jafferi bhai, for your generosity and the idea. Hopefully you would try out this Invictus line. You don't have to try it if you don't like this line. It's just, as a reviewer, I like to review stuff. Go and smell the fragrance out there. You never know what you like, right? Have a nice day, and thanks for being with me. See you soon. Bye bye.